if everybody remembers Jana, she is a health coach, and she was talking to us at the first time we were talking about the healing modalities, about the LifeWave
Oh, I
patches,
gotta.
as well as some of the homeopathic remedies. And so the LifeWave patches I've been using, the X39 glutathione and the Eon, yes, the YH Eon right here. I think if you can see that, yeah. And I've been using those 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Sometimes I've skipped some days. For me, yeah, I can feel a difference with energy. I feel a difference with brain fog, meaning if I don't have them on, I'm having more brain fog, more pressure behind my head because of my injuries. So I like using them, so I'm going to continue to use them. I feel better overall. And I know that some of the other members have tried some of the patches with positive results as well. So Jana is based in Sedona, Arizona, and she's been doing this for well over 20 years. She has a website that's wonderful. If you want to look at that, we're going to put that in the chat. But I'm going to now turn it over to Jana to talk about these treatments, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Carrie. I am so honored and blessed to be here with you folks today. I am going to share about homeopathy, but I just wanted to go over a little bit more with the patches. And I'm not sure if everybody is on that call or heard that call. But I did want to say that this is pretty amazing technology, and it's been developed by a man by the name of David Schmidt. And he talks about how he prays every day before he starts his work. And he gets some amazing information. The patches don't put stem cells in you. They stimulate your own body to make more of your own. And that's really amazing, because as we get older, we produce fewer and fewer stem cells. And after 60, 65, we stop producing new ones, and we just have what's left. So,
Jana, before you go on, let me
yes.
give you my interpretation of how the patches work.
Okay, sure.
So the patches just look like little stickers, but inside in this little thin material, there are kind of crushed crystals, okay? So the crystal material, just so you know, crystals are not new age. They are found everywhere in nature. We're using them all the time. You know, there's quartz watches. They power the watches. Lasers are powered by quartz. We have many different functions for them because one tiny little piece of a crystal has a lot of potential for energy. These are pretty magnificent. So what they're doing is they're putting them inside this little fiber that's in the sticker. And when it's applied to your body heat that's emitted, so heat is actually considered light. The heat, the light, the photons coming back from the body are bouncing off of the crystals, and it's refracting back into your body at a certain pattern. They make them into a certain pattern so that it stimulates some neuropeptides. And so this one is stimulating a neuropeptide in the body that will then signal to your body to make more stem cells. So nothing is being used. There's no fetal tissue, no fetal cells, nothing like that. Nothing is given to you. It's just light coming back. It's called photonic therapy, light therapy, because now it's refracting back into the body, which gives you a signal to make more stem cells. And each patch does something different. This is like sunlight. People who don't go in sunlight, or if our eyes don't ever see natural sunlight, we don't have a proper circadian rhythm, meaning we don't know night and day. You're going to have trouble sleeping at night. Or if we're going onto these digital devices too long, these will stimulate the wrong kind of light in our eyes, and we'll also have problems sleeping at night. So light is very important, the kind of light that we get. So that's the idea behind these patches, just so you know. There's nothing weird or sci-fi or new age about them. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I've had amazing results myself for pain and inflammation. And I even had to have a surgery, and the healing was phenomenal with them. So they really speed healing in an amazing way. I thought I would share a couple of fun stories of people that I have treated. And probably the most dramatic was a woman who came to see me who had had a stroke, well, two strokes, 2 years before. And it was really bad. She had to learn how to walk and talk again. And I said, well, what is it that you still can't do? And she said, I can't write. And I'd be so happy if I could even just sign my name. So I said, all right, let's try something. So I put some of the patches in a hat in a particular pattern. They were the energy enhancer patches. And then the other ones, the X39 on her head. And we talked for about 10 minutes. And I said, I don't know how fast these are going to work. I was new to this. I said, why don't you just try it, see if you can write. And she had some paper and she wrote for the first time in 2 years after 10 minutes of wearing this hat. So that was really dramatic.
So Jonna, why are you recommending the hat with this one? Because most people are putting it just on their skin directly.
Right. Well, because you need to put them here and here. And if you're bald, it works fine.
So this is because she had neurologic issues from a stroke, and then you're trying to get it closer to the brain. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
And it rebalances the energy enhancers help to rebalance the energy in the brain. So that was amazingly dramatic. And I've used it with other people too. And some days when I feel foggy, I have a hat myself I put on, and it really helps clear my mind and the fogginess. So that was a very dramatic experience. There was another one, which was a neighbor of mine had taken out a loan of $10,000 so he could have each one of his knees shot up with stem cells. And he was still, after 2 months, he was still on crutches. And that's when I discovered the patches. And I said, Jim, you got to try these. Maybe these will help. He used the patches, and within a week, he was off of crutches. And the thing about the patches is that it's not a one-shot deal. They're much less expensive. And it just started feeding his body more and more of his own stem cells, which actually caused the healing to kick in. So I've been really excited about them, and I really want to thank everybody for ordering them because it's really been helping financially also for Carrie. And I'm available if you need to get in touch with me and find out more about what might work best for you, because there are 11 different patches that they have out now.
Okay, and then how do people get in touch with you, Jonna?
Okay, if you email me, and I think Sharon's going to put that on, but Jonna, Jana, at HealthRays, RAYS, healthrays.com, then I can get back to you and send me your phone number, send me, I'll have your email, and tell me what's going on for you. And I'll be happy to talk to you about which ones might work and how you might use them.
And somebody asked about children with autism.
Yeah, I did give some of the patches to a woman who had a child who was autistic, and he couldn't go to sleep at night. He would get very hyperactive. And she used the X39 and she used the EON, AEON, which helps to balance the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. And it calmed him down, and he just curled up into a little ball. We were talking in the evening and he went to sleep. So she used them regularly too with him. I think there's also the glutathione is another one that they have used and actually had some research with it with autistic children.
And then how long do you think people should try the patches for to see if they
work? Sometimes they'll work right away. Sometimes it takes a while because stem cells go where they're needed in the body. So if you want them to work on your knee, but you really have problems with your heart and you don't even know about it, it'll go to the heart first. The body knows how, God knows how to prioritize where things need to go. So usually a month is a good try, and the company does have a month money-back guarantee. But I know somebody who actually has been using them for 3 years, She had had a trauma when she was a child with the dentist. I'm not sure what happened, but she stopped being able to smell at that time. 70 years later, she's using the patches, and she suddenly noticed that she could smell the basil that she was cutting up in her kitchen. So, so you never know. I think they're worth being on. I think it's the best health insurance actually you could have.
Good.
So
And
it
then,
stimulates your body to heal itself, really.
good. Then Tamara has a question for you.
Okay.
Thank you. So I was just listening to you talk about how you put the pouch on thinking it might be for one thing, but then it's going to go, where it's needed. But if we're looking at just all of the different patches on the website, is there like one in particular that you would recommend for just like the more general thing that you were just talking about where it will go where it's needed?
Right. I would say start with the X39, which is the main. Yeah. And put it where you have pain or put it where you feel like you need help.
Okay.
They tell you a different places to put it, but that's based on the research they've done. And they have to say that for the FDA, but basically I put it where it hurts if I have pain.
And then what is like the major difference between the X39 and the X49?
Okay. The X49 is also a stem cell patch, and it takes a little different pathway. The first one goes through the GHK cuprum. I'm thinking of the Latin, but copper peptide. And that really covers a huge area. The second one takes a little different pathway, and it especially seems to strengthen the muscles and the bones. And that's really exciting that there's something that works on building bone. Even we're not supposed to say that word. That happens when we get older and we lose bone. But it is even helping with that right now. So I like to use both of them when I can. Yeah.